Alrighty, toighty. Welcome to the PowerPoint presentation for our robot baristas, as presented by Team 26. First things first, we got to introduce ourselves. Our goal is to design some robots that'll work collaboratively together to create a efficient cup of coffee without a human intervention as much as possible. This will be for coffee lovers, owners, service industries, and we're trying to solve the lack of automation, frequent maintenance that a lot of these things have, as well as the lack of customization that a lot of people are seeing. And we're going from the preparation to brewing, which is going to be precise, it's going to be customizable, and there should be minimal input from the users as possible with maintenance, with what to do, what to fill up, and where to go with that type of stuff. Our proposed robots, of course, we have the brew bot, the grinder, the filter installer and removal robot, as well as the hydro filler. First up is the BrewBot. It's the brains of the operations. It's got a couple options for different brew sizes, 8 ounces and 10 ounces button is what we have simulated here. It sends the go command to everything. So once you press one of the buttons, it'll send the go command to the rest of everything else and say, hey, go in this order. Starting with the Hydrobot, it'll turn it on, make sure the heater's on as well to start the heating process. It'll send the command to the filter to place the filter, as well as the bean grinder to start grinding the beans. And it waits for the end. We're going to go on to the grinder next. The grinder is pretty simple. It gets the start command from the BrewBot, and it will turn using its sensor until it's over wherever the BrewBot has been placed, and it'll start grinding for whatever time the user put in. And once it's done, and it'll move back to where it came from. That's about it. That's all the grinder does. Before the grinder gets into place, however, we need the filter. So the filter bot will do very similar to what the grinder bot is doing. However, instead of grinding beans, it will turn and place a filter, or it'll turn and remove the filter and then come back and replace and put the filter back down. Using the same ultrasonic sensors, moving back and forth. Pretty simple, pretty quick, pretty easy. And we also have the hydro filler. This is kind of going to be going on at the same time that the filter is going on, as well as the grinder is going on. It's going to be sensing however much water is in the back of the tank of the brew bot. And it'll have two sensors. It'll sense the depth of it. And it'll say, I need to fill up this amount of water to get to 8 ounces, or this amount of water to get to 10 ounces. It'll turn on its pump, and it'll start filling it up till it gets to that point. Of course, it's swiveling on an arm as well, going back and forth to make sure that it is out of the way whenever the brewbot finishes. This is what it would look like. It could be customizable in any way, shape, and form. Those 3 robots can be put in any sort of orientation that is necessary or wanted by the consumer, or it can work independently without the other ones. Could be just one of them, could be 3 of them, could be one, it could be just the brewbot. We have some competing ones here. The Philips 3200 series is an all-in-one. It does the grinding and the milk frothing and all that fun stuff. And the Black& Decker one is just a normal, good old-fashioned drip coffee maker. I prefer that Black& Decker one, honestly. Some of the issues that people are seeing with the Philips 3200 series is it kind of splatters milk everywhere. Kind of hard to clean with stuff and things like that. And sometimes the coffee grounds kind of get into some of the internal mechanisms and requires maintenance from people. So we're trying to solve that issue with not needing to require maintenance with that type of stuff. For the Black& Decker one, it's loud and there's sometimes water leaks everywhere. I think I have one on my counter over there. There's a hole in the back that if you fill it too much, it'll just leak out. And some parts are kind of rattly and don't really fit together too much. With ours in mind, it will reduce the mess with precise grounding and have separated automated things to help with either cleanup or frequency of the cleanup, any sort of maintenance that might need to be occurring, as well as with the separate water filter, it makes it so that there's not so much water spillage going on, as well as a more precise pour. And the filters cleaning up and disposing of automatically is very nice. I wish I had that actually on mine, so I didn't have to worry about taking the grinds out and putting the thing back in. Just a very nice addition to it all. And it keeps the price way down. In conclusion, this system will and has successfully demonstrated how the robots will work, making a very streamlined coffee procedure so that in the morning you can just get up and grab your cup of joe and go. Hopefully That's how it always is in every single morning. And it's much more affordable because every single robot will be specialized in its area that it needs to do. Instead of having a general machine doing all of the things all at once, having specialization makes it a lot easier, excuse me, a lot easier to make everything more precise and work a little bit more congruently with each other. And it's convenient. It takes up a little bit less space if you need it to. You can rearrange it however you see fit. That's all it needs. Here's our references, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the show.